Hey, so do you have a feeling of deep regret after leaving a conversation? So you keep replaying and churning that conversation over and over in your mind, overanalyzing the other person's reactions and this deep regret about what you said or didn't say. And it gets exhausting, right? It can take you into a dark place. So in this video, I wanna help you understand why you keep replaying those conversations, why you have that deep regret after leaving the conversations, and then I'm gonna give you a strategy here so you can stop living in regret over past conversations and about your past in general, okay? So let's not waste any time, let's get into this right now. All right, and if you're already a part of our tribe, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Rubin, and I'm a transformational coach, and this channel is dedicated to helping you overcome social anxiety. So if that's something you experience, if it's something you struggle with, consider hitting that subscribe button, and there's a bell notification beside that. Make sure you hit both of those so that you know right away when I release a new video. And if you want to connect with me on a more personal level, you can follow me on Instagram. I'd love to hear from you on there. I'd love to connect with you on a personal level and hear your story thus far with social anxiety. Okay, and so let's get back to this feeling of deep regret after leaving a conversation. Okay, why do you feel that? It's simple. The reason is because you acted in a way where you were out of integrity with yourself. What does that mean? It means that as human beings, we all have an internal integrity. We all have an internal intuition, okay? And when we follow that integrity inside, if we follow that internal compass, that internal intuition inside, what does that lead to? What do we experience when we follow that internal intuition? Okay, joyfulness, compassion, satisfaction, fulfillment. You'll feel on purpose. You'll find meaning in the little things in your day, in your life, in those little conversations that you have throughout the day, okay? If you act out of alignment with this internal integrity, what are you going to experience? Self-blame, judging yourself, criticizing yourself, okay? Low self-esteem, okay? This is what you're going to experience when you act out of alignment with your authentic self. Okay, and what I want to make you aware of is there's constant decision making happening that you're not aware of, and even within the conversations themselves. You are making these internal decisions, but you're not aware of them. And I want to make you aware of them today. Okay, and so throughout your day, throughout your interactions with people, you are ultimately deciding, I want to make this very clear here, you're deciding between, do I stay true to myself, okay, or do I seek the approval of other people at the expense of myself, at the expense of my internal integrity? I'm gonna walk you through an exercise now because I want you to feel this yourself. Don't just take this my word for it. Don't listen to me just because I'm telling you this. I want you to experience this. I want to show you that it's not just a theory, this internal compass, this internal intuition that we all have. You have been gifted this intuition, okay? And I want you to experience it for yourself. Okay, and so let's get into this now. Again, the purpose here is to highlight that when you make a decision, okay, your self-esteem depends on your ability to hold true to it. Okay, and so let's drop into this right now, and it's a very simple exercise. You just need a place to sit and then a place to just walk around, okay? Now, what I want you to do initially is just settle in, sit down, and I want you to, you're gonna make a decision, okay? A conscious decision, okay? Now, I want you to either say inside, but it's stronger if you say it out loud. I say your name, make a decision to sit down in this seat or this chair, wherever you're sitting. I am making a decision to sit here for the next 3 minutes, okay? You're making a decision, and I want you to close your eyes, let that settle in, hold true to that decision, let your body kind of settle down. You might have to breathe into it a little bit, but when it feels like it's complete, okay, when it feels like the decision has been made, okay, and you can pause the camera and go back to the beginning of this exercise, okay, but once that decision feels final internally, okay, I want you to immediately, don't wait 3 minutes, immediately get up and start walking around. Do the opposite of what you decided internally. And what you will notice right away, okay? What you will notice right away is that you will feel constant tension inside. It will feel very hard. You are free to walk about, but because you made a decision first to not to, it's going to be very hard to complete that action of walking around. You're going to feel tension. Your stomach's going to be tightening up. There's going to be conflict. There's going to be distress inside. Okay, and so pause the video if you have to, go back, make sure you do the exercise, practice it a few times if you have to really grasp this, what I'm talking about here, this internal integrity. So make the decision, hold it in place till it feels like it's settled in, and then act out of alignment with it. Okay, and what I really want you to experience here, okay, remember, not a theory, do the exercise and experience this internally for yourself, okay, is that you cannot make a decision. You cannot give your word about something, whether it's to yourself, maybe it's to other people, okay, and act out of alignment with that and feel good inside. You cannot act out of alignment with these decisions, okay, or this word that you've given and not have it affect your self-esteem. There's no way for us to do that as human beings. We are all truth-seeking beings. All right, and if you're experiencing this constant tension and internal conflict and this regret inside, then I encourage you to book a call with me. I'm gonna put a link below the video, another one up here. I encourage you to book that call so that we can take a look at your situation together and how to get you moving forward in alignment with your authentic self so you don't have to live with this regret. Okay, so let's tie this all back together to the decision making, the regret, okay, that you feel in the conversations, okay? And what I want you to understand, when you're in a conversation, okay, when you are saying things or acting in a way that aren't aligned with your authentic self, okay? Or you have this urge that you want to leave the conversation and you're dreading it. I want you to understand very clearly here. This is very important for you to understand, okay? There's an aspect of your personality that is already decided to leave the conversation, okay? But there's another aspect of your personality, maybe it's the people pleaser, the one who wants to be polite, that is staying in the conversation, the one that doesn't want to ruffle any feathers, cause a commotion. That aspect of your personality is deciding to stay in the conversation, while another one is deciding to check out and leave, or deciding that this person is unsafe and it fears this person's judgments and it's got to conform to this person, okay? And with this incongruency between the decision making internally that's going on, okay? That is when you're going to experience this tension build up within you, okay? You're not even going to be present in the conversation because there's going to be such a buildup of tension that you won't even be there. Your authentic personality is gone, okay? And when you leave the conversation, that is the reason that you have all the regret, is because there's been such a buildup of tension, conflict going on inside. You've acted in a way that is so out of alignment with your authentic self. You've made a decision to check out of the conversation, yet another one's keeping you in the conversation, and your self-esteem has taken a big hit, and that's why you experience all that regret, okay? So the key here is that you need to become more decisive, and you need to hold true to that decision. If you're in a conversation with somebody and you don't like their energy, okay, you have to make a decision. Do you change yourself or do you change the situation, okay? Let's say you're in a conversation with somebody, they're speaking over you, they're not letting you talk. You have to make a decision to change yourself, okay, which is speak up for yourself, or make a decision to leave the conversation, okay? And you have to make a decision. If you're held, remember, in limbo here, where there's no decision being made, you're going to have that buildup of constant tension inside. I'm going to give you another example. I want you to take this away here as homework, okay? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to do the original exercise we did where you made a decision, you held true to it, you let it sink in, okay? And then you acted out of alignment with it, okay? Remember, you sat down and then you decided, you got up and you start walking around. This time, what you're going to do is you're gonna sit down, you're gonna make a decision that I made a decision here to sit here for the next 3 minutes, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're gonna make another decision, okay? I, your name, am now changing my decision. I'm making now another decision to get up and walk around, okay? You can make another decision, okay? And what you will notice is that when you make another decision and let it settle in that you're now gonna walk around, when you start walking around, okay, you don't have to deal with the internal conflict and tension going inside. And this is how you're going to develop this internal compass, this internal integrity. And you will realize you don't have to walk around with that constant tension and regret inside, okay? This is extremely important. The biggest block to your success, whether it's in your career, relationships, and business, okay, it has to do with being indecisive or letting that aspect, that of people pleasing or that approval seeking aspect of your personality make these decisions for you unconsciously, okay? Because that all has to do with social conditioning and childhood programming. You do not want that to happen. You want to make conscious decisions for yourself, hold true to them, and have this internal integrity as your internal compass to move forward in life, so that you can experience, remember again, that joy, that satisfaction, that fulfillment, and to feel like you're living your life purpose, not somebody else's, okay? Not trying to live somebody else's life, but living your own life, living to your own potential. And again, make sure you book that coaching call. It's linked below the video. We also have more resources. We have a free guide and a free masterclass that you can download and you can view for free. Highly empowering tools that can help you overcome social anxiety. And if you're still watching, thank you so much. Here's some other videos that you can check out next, and I'll see you in the next one, all right? Peace out.